been a while since we've talked about Power Rangers The Return. We're going to be talking about Power Ranger comic news and stuff like that. So let's kind of have a look. First of all, this was out a while ago, and I didn't get to cover it, and it's the Get Your First Look at Mighty Morphin Power Rangers The Return issue number 1. And it's kind of interesting because of this artwork. And by the way, all of this is on rangercommand.com, so go check it out. You know, they are very, very good people. So we can see that when I kind of looked at this, I was like, oh, they're on Earth, but no, this is the moon. So notice how all of this kind of breaks down. So obviously they're on the moon, the Rangers have teleported out, and suddenly there is a huge explosion. Now, I'm going to kind of go, because I haven't read any of this, I'm wondering if they're going to sacrifice the Megazord and then kind of like leave or something. But notice how Tommy is definitely not there. So that's kind of interesting. Will Tommy sacrifice himself to stay there, to do something, to blow himself up? Who knows? It's kind of interesting how this is all kind of working. And I really do love the color variant on this. This looks absolutely fantastic. So what have we got here? So basically this is kind of giving a rough idea of what's been going on, and this is just basically saying, like, you know, there's a, you know, in an alternate universe, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers defeated Rita and Zed, but at a terrible cost, which I'm guessing is the sacrifice of Tommy. Now, this is another thing that kind of pops up. I really like this. And obviously we can see that the command center has been completely blown up because they Rita and Zed took Serpent Terror and absolutely just attacked the command center. So kind of seeing all of this right here kind of makes me go like, oh wow, that's like, you know, what's going on? Who is Jason attacking? Is he just living at the command center? You know, it's a, you know, there's lots of levels, so he could literally live there underground for such a long time and be okay. But obviously we just see Jason in this kind of badass gear that he's obviously added more to it, just attacking and blasting and shooting off into the background. But we see here that there is 2 bolts, pink and yellow. And who could this entire person be? We have no idea. But obviously they're taking the power coin, which I think this is really, really cool. So I'm kind of all in for this. Like, I wasn't very too sure when it came to the kind of artwork for this. I was like, what's going on? Like, what is happening? So I kind of like the fact that, you know, all of this is happening. All of this is kind of, you know, who is this bad guy? You know, it's definitely not going to be Ranger Slayer or Draken or anyone like that. So I'm wondering if it's a whole brand new guy. Watch as it is actually like another version of Ranger Slayer or something like that. But I really like the fact that she's just taken the coin and the power's kind of gone up. So maybe she's taken over other powers, or that character has, and obviously this is the energy going to attack him. So yeah, I think this is a really kind of cool thing. I really love the color. I really like what they've done. So I'm very curious to see how this is now playing out. And I'm kind of glad that I was able to get the Kickstarter book, and obviously I'll be reviewing this because I've been talking a lot about it, more than any of the other comic books. Okay, so this is Ranger Academy. I've not been a huge fan of this so far. I've been collecting them because I want to read the story, but I feel like if you're going to have Ranger Academy and then not have a Ranger, or that, as far as I know, because I haven't read them all properly, but not having like people morph, it's kind of a thing. Like, I'm waiting for it to happen. Is it going to be decent? Is it not? I may start reviewing it on the channel and do it in kind of batches. I have no idea. This is one of the artwork. I think this looked pretty cool. This is probably not one that I'm going to pick up, but I think it does look kind of like cool with all the characters, and I'm guessing they're finding something like a morphing stone or something like that. This would be really interesting if they tie it in with the Darkest Hour and then kind of like showed something completely different. So yeah, I think this is kind of cool. Definitely not my kind of thing, but for this cover, so I'll probably just stick with a standard issue one. And then we have some kind of preview for it for the next one. This kind of reminds me of like Thundercats. So yeah, we've got kind of a lot going on. It's kind of interesting that we've got a Ranger Academy. So more of the stuff where I'm guessing that the kids are going off to kind of like train and stuff like that, or kind of look for something. And again, yeah, it looks okay for the kind of the preview to kind of get you in. Like, for me, I'm just probably gonna collect and I'll read when I can. Yeah, it looks kind of interesting, and it does and it definitely expands the kind of Ranger universe a little bit more, which again I think is not that bad, to be fair. And now we're moving into the newest one, like the newest drops that's happened quite recently, and yeah, let's kind of talk about it. So I really do like the fact that we get more of these zombie covers. I feel like they're a really cool thing to kind of collect. I'm hoping that they kind of do zombies in Power Rangers and then everything gets kind of reversed. So looking at the covers, this Draken one is pretty cool. I'll probably end up picking this one up because I think it does look kind of awesome. Zombies, definitely really think it's pretty cool. The fact that they're the juice bar and it's slightly different. But yeah, the whole zombie-fied thing really kind of, I'm really digging it. Now, this is one thing I'm going to be collecting as well. I really like the fact that the Rangers are holding like the helmets and stuff. And, you know, I add these to my collection because I really do like them. I think I'm missing a few from like the Turtle ones. But for main Ranger ones, boom, love this. Black and white, again, this is another thing that I'm collecting. Now, I don't know why there's two, so maybe there's a different version of this cover, but nothing that I can see that's a little bit different. Really nice artwork. This is probably one I'll pick up as well. I'm wondering if they're going to go and do a load of these sorts of covers, because if they do, I'll be on board, because I generally really like that artwork. And it's something that if I pick up maybe 2 of them, I would probably have them all in kind of like in frames, so it's on the wall, because this sort of stuff I really do like. And again, same one, so I'm guessing maybe foil variant or something. I'm definitely checking over. Yeah, so I'm guessing it's like a foil variant. It'll probably tell me here and I'm like, oh shiz, I didn't read that. But yeah, I really like this sort of artwork. Like it's kind of really cool. I really like Ranger Slayer. Anything with Ranger Slayer in it's normally a buy. It's really weird because I'm not a very big fan of Kimberly, but Ranger Slayer 100%, like all the time. So I'm wondering what all of this is going to be. Is like, you know, she's still under his control. She's, you know, doing whatever. Like, I really do like this. I just love this artwork a lot. So this is going into the Morphing Masters. And I absolutely like love this. This to me is something that I would frame, that I would literally buy the comic book if it doesn't have the logos and stuff. And I would frame that because that artwork is absolutely fantastic. You've got the Morphing Masters, the emissaries and stuff. Absolutely love this. This is something that I would have on my wall because I just love the artwork. Like, why is there no more Power Ranger stuff? And then this is the one thing that's also coming with the return as well for the Kickstarter, but it's really nice to see the kind of artwork. So this is one that I'm going to be picking up because, again, this is probably the only time we're going to see pink in this. I'm going to be like, god damn. Another version, I have no idea what the difference is going to be. I'm guessing it's going to be foil variant. Now, even though this is kind of cool, I'm going to still pick this up, but I'm not going to be like wanting to put this on the wall or something. I kind of like it, but I kind of think that it needs more around this sort of area than most. Like, yeah, it's okay, but probably not the best one in my eyes. And then obviously we're carrying on with a brand new story, which the artwork looks absolutely fantastic. Like, I would love to see more of this coming up. And it's definitely when we see with the Omega Rangers, maybe they're going to combine together or something and kind of tell a story. But yeah, obviously that's the robot like that takes them around and stuff like that. But yeah, I really am digging all of these variants. Like, this is something that I'm going to pick up. And it just means that next year, or, you know, whenever these come out, it's going to be like, oh god, so much stuff. But I'm going to be getting back into doing a lot more of more comic reviews and talking about that, kind of try and do it on the same time. So yay, more comics. But most of this looks really, really awesome. What are your thoughts on the comics? Are you picking these up? Are you enjoying the comics? Have you watched? Have you read, or did you give up? Do you collect just like me? Let me know down below in the comments. I am going to leave it there. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. I want to say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, and I wanted to shout out Kimono Cat, Kira Stanada, Micah Baldwin. Your help goes a long way to help support the channel, and if you want to help support the channel, the links to my Patreon and channel memberships are listed below in the description. あらあら、チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。